Have you ever loved someone so much that it just hurt? You know, that deep, quiet ache of caring for someone who doesn't feel the same way back? It's a feeling so many of us know, but we usually go through it all alone, in silence. So today, we're going to talk about what one-sided love really is, why it's so incredibly painful, and most importantly, how you can start finding your way back to you.
So let's just dive right in with the biggest question, the one that might be running through your mind right now. Is your love actually one-sided? Being really honest with yourself here, well, that's the first and maybe the hardest step toward getting your peace back.
You know, what's really striking about the source material we're looking at is how seriously it takes this feeling. This isn't just some silly crush they're talking about. The source puts it right out there. This experience is dangerous. And that right there is a huge validation for the pain you might be feeling. It's real.
And that pain, oh man, it's something anyone who has ever truly, deeply cared for another person, even for just a little while, can understand. It's a fundamental part of being human. But when you're in the middle of it, you can feel like you're the only person in the world going through it. It's almost like a kind of emotional paralysis. All of a sudden, the simplest things feel impossible. Your thoughts get all foggy, you feel physically weak, completely and utterly lost. And you're just left wondering, what do I even do next? It's like your own mind has turned against you. But here's the thing, one-sided love isn't just this one single experience. It actually tends to show up in a few common and, yeah, equally painful situations. So let's break down 3 of the most common scenarios. Okay, so first up, you've got loving from afar. This is when you've had feelings for someone for months, maybe even years, but you've never actually told them. Then there's number 2, the unbalanced relationship. This is where you're officially a couple, but you're the one doing all the work, giving all the love, all the effort, making all the compromises, and getting almost nothing in return. And finally, there's the lingering attachment. This is after a breakup, but you're the only one who just can't seem to move on. And we need to be really clear about this. These situations are way more than just sad. They carry some very real risks. The emotional toll isn't just some fleeting feeling. It can have serious, lasting consequences that affect your entire life. And this slide just lays out the real costs perfectly. Your ability to focus on school or your job can just vanish. It can spiral into a really serious depression or even lead to turning to substance use just to cope with the pain. You're stuck in this loop of inner turmoil, constantly blaming yourself, replaying every little interaction. It can truly throw your whole future off track. So, for those of you who are in a relationship right now and something just feels off, how can you know for sure? Let's walk through some really clear signs that the dynamic you're in might be one-sided. Just think of this as a little checklist for yourself. Ask yourself honestly, are you always the one making peace? The one saying sorry even when you didn't do anything wrong? Does your partner use the threat of a breakup as a weapon to win fights? Are you the one who's constantly changing your plans or bending your own needs to fit theirs? And this is a big one. Deep down, does it feel like if you walked away tomorrow, they wouldn't even fight for you? And finally, do you feel like you have to hide parts of who you are from them? If you're nodding along to these, that's a really strong sign you're in a one-sided dynamic. Okay, I know, that was heavy. But just recognizing that there is a problem, that is the single most powerful thing you can do. It's the very first step to getting your life and your happiness back. So the big question is, what now? I absolutely love this metaphor from the source. It is such a powerful way to shift your perspective. Right now, this feeling, this person, this relationship, it probably feels like your entire universe. But it's not. It's just one page, maybe one chapter, in a much, much bigger story. Just look at this comparison here. Your love story, it's a chapter. But your life, that's the whole book. And that book also has chapters about your career, your family, your dreams and ambitions. And most importantly, it has chapters just about you. All these other parts of your life are waiting for you, and they need your attention too. The thing is, you can't just stay stuck in this painful waiting game forever. For your own mental health, for your own well-being, you have to make a choice. And the source material really boils it down to 2 main paths you can take to finally end this cycle of pain. So this brings us to 2 clear options. First, you can choose to get clarity. This means you face it head on. You have the talk. You ask the question. You find out, once and for all, if your feelings are returned. Or, option 2, you can choose to end the cycle.
This is the difficult but incredibly powerful decision to close this chapter yourself and just start moving on, without even needing an answer from them.
And please, please remember this. The point of taking action isn't to win them over. This is not a game. The real goal here, the ultimate prize, is restoring your own emotional health and getting your peace of mind back. That's everything. And this is the final and maybe the most crucial piece of advice. Your well-being is simply non-negotiable. It is so much better to be alone and feel good, to be mentally and emotionally healthy, than to be with someone and feel constantly exhausted, anxious, and heartbroken. Your self-worth has to come first, period. So, let's end with a question for you to take with you. You don't have to figure this all out overnight. That's not the goal. But what is one small positive step you can take just for yourself today? Maybe it's calling a friend you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe it's spending an hour on a hobby you love. Or maybe it's just deciding to focus on your own story for a little while. Whatever it is, that one small step, that's the beginning of finding your way back to you.